All right. Welcome back to, I think this is episode 10. We've got a bunch of marathon stuff to talk about. And then we've also got the Dubstash TJ rebrand. And that's what we're going to start with. So give us the story. Give us the rebrand story. Give us the backstory. Tell us about the bird.
Bird. The bird is the word. No, so been Dubstash for 6, 8 years now. And then I stopped making content because I was doing that like full time. And then I was like, just kidding. I want to be able to pay bills. So I stopped streaming for a little while. Went through a few other name changes, just like testing other stuff out. Nothing seemed quite right. And then I just like went through and I was like, well, my nickname growing up was TJ. Let's just do that. And then I like the Blue Jay. And so I got a hold of Bryce and I was like, hey, this is kind of an idea. I was thinking, do you have any, like, you want to take a stab at it? And then she did a really great job, like working through it. And I got more enthusiastic as it went. So then we just kind of committed to the whole thing. And now we're here. We got TJ.
Wow. Very
Yep.
nice.
It's
What's
also
a,
like a mental reset for me too. So kind of like keeps it TJ is just strictly for fun and just to hang out and like make content that I want to make for fun, like just in general. And there's no like strategy to it. There's nothing like that. So it's just completely organic and just learning how to create content.
very cool. Where does the TJ nickname come from? From your childhood? Why did they call you TJ?
Because my actual name is so
Oh, okay, that
TJ
makes
is
sense.
just TJ is just like the yeah.
Little
Because
doxing
Taylor's
in
more like
there.
a neutral, but these days everyone attributes it to Taylor Swift. So TJ just like kind of helps with some of that.
You didn't want to just rebrand as a Swifty main, or
My favorite pastime is listening to Taylor Swift. Let me tell you.
uh, awesome, awesome. I like it. I like the bird. I think the bird is cool.
Thanks. I do too. I really love it. I love the stingers. Bryce did an amazing job doing it.
Yeah,
So
it's a very clean design. I like it quite a bit.
thank you. The whole besides the profile picture, the entire strategy was less is more. So there's only like 4 colors in the entire branding. And we had 3. We added a 4th for the profile picture. So we like kept it as streamlined as possible. It also made her job a lot easier. So
Yeah, I bet.
and it
Or
looks fun. Like they have like amazing video editing skills, and so like all the loops and all the flashy stuff is just crazy awesome. And then the logo was their first stab at like actually trying to do a logo for just for fun, and I was just like blown away. I was like, no way, this is real right now.
yeah, it looks very very professional. So that's awesome. They did a great job.
So yeah, I love it, and we're just gonna kind of stick with it. I'm kind of looking. I think the focus is gonna be around like shorts, like you've seen in video editing. I know how to stream because I've been doing it forever. So that's just like a few days a week. Take whatever we're playing and just chop it up into fun little bite-sized chunks. Um, and there's like different routes you can do with it, and so it's just like what do I like versus like what other people are doing. So like I just observe a lot. So like one thing that popped into my brain for like making content was we did the extinction stuff together, and you just chopped up the entire session, all 10 hours, and streamlined it into like 1 hour of video versus I want to have like each map be its own episode and just like that journey going through it and then the recap at the very end. So that's why mine isn't up yet, and so it's taking a little bit longer because I'm still trying to like schedule shorts out and do that on top of it, and I'm doing
Yeah.
it all myself.
Yeah, it took me so long to do that. It was horrible.
I was like 1 hour. I was like, let me just do like 5, 10 minute videos and start there and just like go from there.
Yeah,
Plus, like everyone's attention span sucks, so I
definitely.
figured that if you just kind of spread it out like once or twice a week, it just makes it more engaging, I guess.
My intention with YouTube, especially outside of the shorts, is more like I want to be able to look back in 10 years and be like, "Hey, look, we played Extinction." So I wanted to have like the boss fights in and stuff, so that like it was the whole experience so that I can see Extinction in 10 years, instead of having to
Yeah.
play. But yeah, that's awesome. I watch your YouTube shorts every day, and I'm not interested in Overwatch in any way, shape, or form, but they're fun to watch. And I watch many of them multiple times because I don't understand what's happening.
Good. I like that. I like that it's enjoyable to watch because the whole point is like the fun part of it. That's like the really big important piece of it. I think that Peanut and just kind of just streaming has changed a little bit because of him. And he had like a good thing on his podcast where it was like, it should be fun. Everyone's sweaty and try hard. Like just have fun with your friends. And so especially the quick play stuff, like we don't take it serious. Like no one cares if we win or lose. So then it's just about doing silly stuff. And so like my favorite heroes that I play, like Roadhog, you were talking about the hooking and all that stuff. Like I love sharing that because it's just fun. It's so satisfying getting away with that stuff. And so just sharing it's extra fun. And there's an audience for it. I'm so surprised. There's just an audience for everything. It's so cool these days.
Yeah, that's awesome. The Peanut Splash, taking everybody back to casual gaming.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm employed.
All right. Jumping into Martin stuff. What do you want to hit first here? Do you want to talk about State of Play or Collector's Edition first?
Well, we did the collector's edition last time. What do you want to talk about this time?
Well, now like we have it. Like it's like you
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
that
the
was
model.
so fast.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
What do you think about the model and everything? Presentation of the box and everything?
Oh, I thought the entire unboxing was amazing. It's actually, I put it on my Instagram as its own reel, and I thought that the presentation was clean. I thought everything about it was clean. This is gonna age me. The only thing I told you, the only thing I don't like is that it doesn't have physical media. Like I want a disc with a copy of the game that I can play.
Yeah.
But that is just like when I had collector's editions way back when, that's what they always came with, and it was like a special kind of box. Yeah. And all the extras like I have on my desk just chilling. So I want to give it its own space. I like started like looking through Amazon for ideas on like different desks with shelving and stuff for like the view and just that kind of thing.
Yeah,
It just kind of inspired that. I think the lighting is a little low. Like it doesn't actually like it's not functional as like an actual light to the room.
Yeah.
But it creates ambiance within the piece itself. But I keep looking up to here because I have it right next to me.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome. I liked it was much higher quality than I thought it was going to be, and I thought like the presentation of the box. I thought it was really cool that like the box opens and you can, it's like in Dire Marsh and like where she's supposed to fit is in the pond. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, you have it in the diorama behind you, like the box itself.
Yeah.
I want that. I still have the box. I saved the box. I saved all the parts of it. I just don't have space for it. So once I have space for it, then I'll put it out that way.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if they make some other different runners, because I'm on board for the Destroyer one, I think.
Yeah.
But,
weird.
Weird. Imagine that.
Yeah, you had a good week.
Yep, the Destroyer cinematic. I guess we can segue
That's
into
a
that.
great segue into that.
Yeah, every 3 frames was getting cut up and posted as wallpapers on Twitter. It was amazing.
It's because it was so clean that I literally opened it. I watched 3 seconds and I was like, I'm gonna react to this video. I have it saved in my file right now. I haven't uploaded it yet, but it's just like, oh my god! You go first. What did you think? You're the Destroyer main, so you tell me what you thought.
I think there were 3. I had 3 big takeaways from it. So number 1, like I'm super into the realism side of things. It's like why I like Tarkov so much. So when I see cinematics and they're like kind of low quality, you can tell that they're like just created, like that like really bothers me. And like watching the Destroyer jump down from the cliff, like you can just tell that like they dressed somebody up in the black suit with the balls and threw him in a green screen. Like it moves like a human. Like they put a lot of effort into making it look so realistic, but like with the marathon graphics and keeping their art style. And I really appreciated like watching him walk, and the way that he was moving was like very human. I thought that was like really cool. The second big thing that I liked is that like they're expanding on this idea of the runners going rampant, like the AI, how they used to do it in the old marathon, like the whole story of Durandal and everything, by showing the flaming locust, and they're like showing that he's going rampant. And I like that they expand on that story more because we haven't gotten anything since like the original trailer that we got. And then the third thing was that they showed us the artifacts, which like we hadn't seen in the April playtest. We haven't seen like wallpapers. We haven't seen anything about the artifacts since the initial of them talking about it. And like it was right there. Like she was holding it. It was floating. It was alien, and it was awesome. So I'm excited that like they have kind of brought the artifacts back. They're like telling us about it. It's gonna be a huge part of the lore. But yeah, I think those were the three big ones for me. How about you?
Yeah, I think that the lore pieces are the reason that like you saw the other day I had Steam I had the original marathon fired up just to see if like it would run. Um the just the cover art plus that destroyer cinematic instantly just sold it for me. I was like, I need to go play these games so that I have an understanding, like it's just a basic level understanding of like everything going on around it. Because I think the thing that we didn't see during anything that they're alluding to with the marathon ship map is that they even said it in their revamp for like their marketing this round is like how lore intensive it is as an extraction shooter. And I think that everyone complaining about how it's not just like a marathon 4 are going to be very surprised with how this plays out, because just the pieces they gave us and then the lore drops that they're putting in just the trailers, I'm like, ooh, hold on to your butts. Here we go. It's going to be good. So I want to go play through all the marathon games before launch and just kind of get a better idea, because the stuff you're talking about, it has such good like iconography that I don't even know the story and I know exactly what you're talking about. And if they're making that big of a deal, I need to know. I need to know what's going to
Definitely.
happen
Yeah.
and have an idea. So, if anything, it just got me more excited about the entirety of the game, because the parts that we love already like have sold us this much, and this is just even more on top of that. I'm like, phew.
Yeah. I love the story of Marathon. I think it's one of like the greatest ones that really we've ever been told in anything. And I'm really happy that they're kind of going all in with it. Like it was just little bits at first, and it was mostly like ARG stuff, and it didn't look like a whole bunch of it was going to be like in the game, but they've like really amped it up, and it's going to be its own whole full story. And I'm really excited for that. I think that's going to be so cool that we're going to get an entire like whole built story rather than like a flopped extraction shooter, which is what most of them are without a story.
Yeah. The similarity I run is Tarkov. You'll be able to relate to this. I thought, because some of the original terminals in Marathon that I basic lore knowledge that I've seen on like some videos is that it's all terminal based with walls of text, and then there's like gameplay stuff that like shows you what's happening. But I thought that I thought Marathon would be like that, where it's like you have all your vendors, and then they all have like walls of text with like different quest lines, and you have to like really read through it, kind of like a prepper or therapist, like they have all their little things.
Yeah.
But they just like skipped all that and went beyond what Tarkov even had for like 1.0 with like the basic cinematics. They're like, no, 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 this is like a story, and we're doing this. So like they just took what Tarkov took 10 years to do, and they just like skipped all of it to just go straight to here. So that was just, that idea just seems insane to me.
Yeah. No,
It's way more polished than I thought.
yeah, it's extremely polished. I think that's one of the biggest things that's like constantly shocking me and kind of bringing me back as they release stuff is like we are in dire need of an evolution to like the extraction shooter genre as a whole. And like they've not only done that with gameplay, but they've also done it with like the entire backdrop. So the whole story and how everything works, and like that's amazing that Bungie was able to do that. And I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. I'm here for it.
um let's talk about the runner changes. um what what do you know about the name changes? The man, what are they calling it? They're like different editions of the runner shells. What do you think?
I How about you walk me through like all of them?
Okay.
So like, what were the big changes?
So we had all of the runners, and
Mm-hmm.
they're the runner shells, and then they were all named. So we had Glitch, Locust, Void, Ox, Thief. I'm probably missing one. Blackbird. Um,
Blackbird.
and
How
then
could you miss Blackbird? Come
I
on.
I know, I know. um, and then they changed them, like before the first NDA test. I think is when we got the public information on that, and the shells are now called Destroyer, Recon, Vandal, Medic, whatever. And there's been like a lot of speculation on the name change. So like a bunch of the skins or all of the skins have individual names. That's like another leak that we have. So people were wondering if like the Locust and the Glitch are like named character. I guess the big ones are it's Thief because that's the original runner that we saw that was called Gray Rabbit or whatever in the first Vidoc that they gave us. And so people were speculating that like Thief was like a named character. Um, but we had the marathon creative art director, the lead creative art director on X like 3 days ago came out and she clarified everything. So like Destroyer is the shell, and then Locust is like an addition of the shell that was made for like a specific planet, and like that specific shell is like good at dealing with like high temperature like lava and fire type stuff. And then like all of the different skins are like different editions of the shell that are like highly specialized into specific things.
That sounds very that clarification sounds very Halo 3 with like the recon, the
Yeah.
CVC armor, Hayabusa, because y'all they're all Mjolnir, but they're all subgenres of that
Yeah.
armor.
I
You
was
specialize in
curious
certain things.
I was just curious with like what like if you felt pretty married to the original names, like if you're sad that Glitch isn't Glitch anymore, or like I know. So again, that first like cinematic that we got, that's like really famed and everyone loves, where they're like clearly telling the story of Glitch and Void and running them through like the runner wake up process, and they're showing them the pictures of their mom and stuff. But I think a lot of people felt really betrayed that like they thought Glitch was like a character and like that is just like a model. I mean, it's always just been a model. They just kind of showed us more of what the specific character was in the cinematic. But I was just curious what your thoughts were, if you were sad about the name changes or
No, I think from a pure gameplay perspective, it just makes more sense to just like this is the medic. You know what I mean? And then you can have your subgenres to like customize your character more. So if you identified as that glitch, go play out the game and go get that piece so that you could be glitch. So I
yeah.
don't I'm not particular like Blackbird, that's cool. But if I have to go chase that skin down and it's like baller, sure. And it's just like, what was it? Recon? I mean, recon, like, it's one word, it's shorter, it's easier to digest. You know that you're just going to get a lot of information just based off that one word. Versus Blackbird could be like, I mean, maybe you're the stealth bomber, maybe then you're like Void. Like, there is like, I just think it's from a pure gameplay perspective of just like, I see recon, okay, I know what this character can do without even like going into the information on it.
Yeah. What do you think about so like they gave us the original names for the shells. And then there was like a ton of backlash, probably like the most that we've seen about like how people wanted to customize their own character in Marathon and they didn't want the hero shooter, blah blah blah. And then like because of that is almost what it looks like the name changes come from. So what do you think about that? Do you think that like Bungie changed the names to make them more cookie cutter to the shells to make it less like hero shootery and like you're in the shell rather than you're playing the character? Like, do you think that was like a last minute change, or do you think that like this was always planned and like those were just kind of the placeholder names until they got all of the skins out and everything?
I
Because
think it's
that's like the
placeholder
big
names.
conversation that's going on right now.
I think it's placeholder because like everything because like they warned us in like all the testing that all of it's subject to change, and I purely believe it's just a gameplay perspective thing because I don't know, I just like doesn't feel it doesn't feel malicious or weird. And if you want to be glitch, you can go find glitch and be glitch. That's why I just like go play it and find it. I don't know. It just adds more depth to it, in my opinion. It's like, all right, you switch the name, but if I truly wanted to be glitch, what do I got to do to get it? Okay, I'll go get that.
Yeah.
It's like a carrot on the stick that you can just go chase. I don't know. I think it's more engaging that way, and it's more digestible for newer players because their whole thing is trying to get people that won't play the game to get into it easily, right? Like we don't care. Like they're gonna change whatever, we're gonna play it no matter what. Like, if you think about someone who's like maybe not interested or like goes and watches some big streamer play it for 20 minutes and they see Blackbird and they're like, what does that do? But they see Recon, they're like, oh, okay, I get it. You know what I mean? Like that might be just easier to figure out.
Yeah. I don't think that the names are it was like a panic change, which is what people are like attributing it to. It seems like it was very intentional, and just like everything that we had in pre-alpha, like I definitely think that they were just placeholders. Like I see a lot of even like pretty big content creators saying that like the game was visually complete in the April playtest that we got that like everyone hated. And like I was just looking through a bunch of my footage, and like there are strips around the walls that say seal, 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 because like it's not. And someone went in there and was like, I need to fix this. I need to put a doorway on this. And like that's their placeholder asset, you know? And I just think
Yeah.
that's like what the names were. Like I think those were the first colorations of the skins that they cranked out.
Yeah.
And like it definitely seems very placeholder to me. I don't think it's like this panic swap that people are attributing it to. That's just like
No,
something that I see that like makes me so mad, because I think it's like such a simple concept to understand that like they were placeholders. Like they cranked it out as fast as they could, and they gave us the most basic parts they could so that we could like stress test the servers to see how it worked, and everyone reacted so poorly, and then they got it in their minds that that's how it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like first impressions in gaming go like they'll just stick. Like think about High Guard, everyone's first impression, it's not going great and they have to make up that ground. Marathon's kind of the same boat. Like I'm not going to dance around that. And that's their job to figure out and how to fix. But I don't think the names were like a part of the problem. I think that people are going to try to find a problem. It's Bungie and so it's under a microscope. And I think you'll kind of come to see it with some of the Destiny players that come and play Marathon and just like OG Bungie players, like everything is going to be looked at critically. And there's just a certain point where you just got to be like, well, I just imagine it's like, I just sit there going, okay, I'm just trying to get this game out to get hands on. I don't have a finalized name. We just need to have something simple. Let's just do Blackbird. And then Recon just makes more sense when you think about it the way I just did. It's like, okay, that's the end of the conversation. Why are we arguing about this on Reddit or X? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I'm right there with you. Saying Destroyer, Recon, Stealth makes a lot more sense than saying Void. I'm like, which one is that? Is that the one that revives? But
is that the one that takes you back from the void? Is that the one that goes into the void? Like, which one is it? I can't figure this out.
That's the teleporty one, right? Wait. Okay. Let's see here. The last marathon thing I have. I wanted to ask you what you think about the state of play. So Sony does their state of play every year. It's like usually late March, beginning February. Everybody's speculating that we will get a marathon announcement of some sort, or they'll do maybe another Vidoc. What are your thoughts and opinions? And then in addition to that, if there is something marathon, do you think they'll announce the free beta weekend or whatever that they have said?
I mean, you tell me. Let's see. What day is the state of play?
They haven't announced it yet. We know it's in February, but they don't have a hard date for it.
If it's in February, if it's like anything past the second week of February, the moment that state of play ends, we're gonna have access to the game.
Oh, you think it'll be right after the state of play?
Yeah, I think they're gonna pull like what Game Awards does a lot, where it's like, and you can play it right now, and it goes live like while the broadcast is going. I think that marathon will be towards the end, and they'll be like, "Hey, open beta, it's ready to go. Hop in," and they're gonna stress test the crap out of it.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. That would be really exciting.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do.
That would be awesome.
Because they said they're ready and they're doubling down on everything. And if I after the test we played and just everything since then, I'm inclined to think that like it's more ready to go than people give it credit for, and I'm excited to see what happens. And like if something's not great, like we'll be able to play it. That's the best part. Like just hands on. Let's just do it.
Yeah. That's now I'm excited for the state of play.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's all I have on the list for marathon stuff. Anything marathon news that you want to talk about? Anything that you thought we needed that was worth discussing?
No, I think you touched on everything. I just wonder what the cadence is going to be like. Do you think it's going to be one new runner a week for all these hype trailers, like for the base level?
I would be surprised if we get a cinematic for every single runner. But I don't know if like my opinion there is valid because like I just haven't been a Bungie I haven't been in the Bungie orbit for the last 10 years. Like I haven't really interacted with Bungie since like Halo Reach when I was a little kid. And like I think that's part of the reason why I'm so shocked is because like I didn't know that like a AAA studio could like not suck balls like Activision. And it's like kind of shocking to see like how much effort they're putting into things and how high quality a bunch of their cinematics and stuff are. So I honestly don't know what to expect. I think like the pessimist in me thinks that like it would be crazy if we get a cinematic for all of them. But also like I don't know that I would be too shocked, but I think I would be a little bit shocked if we got a cinematic for all.
How many runners do we get at launch? Like 7 or 8?
7, yeah.
I could see 5 and 2 of them getting left out. I think 5. It seems manageable.
Who are the 2 that you think will be left out? Ox and Thief? Medic and Thief?
Like Thief and Medic, maybe.
Or Triage, I think is the shell name.
Oh, is that his actual name? That's so funny. Yeah, maybe those 2. Like something exciting, like Blackbird, or sorry, Recon. I just want Recon selfishly because I love that character. I love that shelf.
Yeah.
I think that there's just like a few more that have like action sequences that can be incorporated, like the glitch one, whatever they call it, like that one.
Vandal.
Vandal. I think Vandal will have it.
The AK from Valorant.
Vandal. Yeah, Vandal, Recon, and
Stealth for sure, right? We can't.
Yeah, Stealth. Those 3 at least I could see getting one. Yeah, what I will warn you about with Bungie is that no matter how good the actual content ends up being, they know how to hype people up to be excited for that content. So that's just my one warning to you is like you're getting hyped now, but if there's issues that you have, let's just say if you were very critical of the game post-launch and then you saw the hype train, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to get back in because it looks like they actually like worked on it. Historically, the problems just kind of persist.
Yeah, that's what I see on Twitter as well. They say Bungie's really good at like making amazing like sneak peeks at the content, and then like the delivery's like kind of mid.
Yes, yeah. I'm curious to see because this is like it's a lot of the team is like D1, and then they also brought in a lot of people from outside. So I'm inclined to give it another shot, and that's the whole thing. Is like this is a different team inherently. It's not the team that I've had like the experience of like playing with for however long. So I don't know. I'm just inclined to give it a good shot.
Yeah.
And like it looks clean. Like, and they have just for context, they have their own mocap studio at Bungie Studios. They have it in some of the old Halo Vidocs. They still have that stuff in there. So I'm not surprised about any of the quality. And then to just show off stuff, they have like the original like battle rifle like frame that they use for mocap. They still have it in the mocap studio.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, I'm
stuff like that.
I'm amazed at a lot of like Jason Jones, who like basically wrote all of Marathon, all of Pathways into Darkness, a ton of the Halo. Like he's still in charge of all of the Marathon story. Like a lot of the OG Marathon guys are in charge of the direction of the story, and then a lot of their designers are. It's like 30%. Bungie devs that have like worked on everything they've done, and then the other 70% is like a huge new team, a lot of Riot devs, a lot of Respawn devs. Like it's a lot from everywhere, and from the names that I see, like it just looks like it's the cream of the crop. Like it looks like they have no excuse to fail.
No.
And based
Which
on
is why
my
it sucks that it started out the way it did, right? Because
yeah.
it's like we're on turn number 3, like for real. Are we really doing this? So I don't know.
I don't.
I'm
I'm
excited.
I'm not worried about it at all. I don't think
Me
from
neither.
what I've touched, and from what I've seen, I think it looks like it's going to it looks like it's going to be a cream of the crop product. It looks like it's going to be really good, and I'm not worried about it at all. I don't think.
Yeah, what I will say is enjoy like your first 2 years playing this game, because any gripes that you have after that, I don't know if they'll get changed.
Yeah.
So enjoy it for what it is. Don't overplay it, because otherwise you're gonna hate it.
Don't hope
I think that's with
anything's going
games
to
in
change.
general. Yeah, I don't know. They'll have like good content releases. I'm excited to see what their roadmap looks like, and curious like what that looks like.
Yeah, they have also said we're gonna get the roadmap before release, so like we should have a pretty good idea of what we're gonna. They've dropped a few snippets, like we know that there's gonna be this first season's gonna end before November, and at the end of November we're getting a new map and a new runner. Like they've confirmed both of those, so like we know there is already a plan for more content down the line. That's probably pretty close to done if it's gonna come out later this year. So I am definitely excited to see what the roadmap looks like.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Speaking of, you said you brought up Blackbird, and I instantly thought of the collector's edition pieces in Destiny. Have you seen those? You see the text walls that they added with those by any chance?
With like the pieces that you can put on in Destiny, I haven't seen. I have them on my account. I just haven't downloaded to go look.
Yeah, so it's the little speeder bike, your spaceship, and something else. I'm not sure which one it is, but
The Sparrow, is it the Ghost?
yeah, I
Like your
think
Ghost
so.
has a shell, and then they have like glowy like look like you have I think they're ornaments on the armor that you can put as like a skin over the armor that you're wearing. So you can have a specific look even though you have like whatever piece on for whatever activity you're doing. I know that so in Destiny there's 3 classes. There's Warlock, Titan, and Hunter, and each of those have their own ornament sets, and so I'm assuming that all those could be slotted and they all have like lore piece on them.
But I just know that the 3 collector's edition items, which are the ship and the bike and the other one,
Oh, your ship in orbit. Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah,
yeah,
the
yeah,
equipable
yeah.
pieces. Okay, sorry.
I know they had these huge text walls, and like they were just like it's just Durandal is the one who's talking in the text messages, which is really cool because we haven't had Durandal confirmed for the new marathon game yet, outside of like the one where his AI is screaming. But anyway, that was just more to pile on to like a lot of the lore is still pulling from like the OG universe, like it's not all new garbage, which is what a lot of the speculation is. Anyway,
No,
that
I think it's grounded in like the remnants of what came before for sure, and they're like leaning into that.
yeah, I have a theory. I have a theory about the lore. Maybe we can talk about that on the next one.
Okay.
About the
Yeah, let's do it.
timelines. But I'll have to prepare for that one a little bit because the timelines in Marathon Infinity gets super crazy. There are like 8 of them. So
In the third one?
yeah.
Oh boy, howdy. I
the,
can't wait to read all that text and not understand any of it.
the third one splits the second game to like not a canon ending, and then it adds 6 more, and then there's one more in the manual. So there are 8 total timelines, and like we haven't known which one was canon for 30 years or however long it's been.
Oh, so you think they're gonna pick one, kind of like Mass Effect, where at the end they're like, "This is the line we're gonna pick
I don't think they're gonna
for
pick
Mass Effect
one.
4."
I think we're in a new one. I think we are just living in it. So the cool thing that Infinity did was like it made all of Marathon 2 like a separate timeline from Marathon 1. So basically like Marathon 1 is canon in like all of the
Mm-hmm.
timelines. And then from the end of Marathon 1 it splits into the 8 universes. And so far all the pieces that we have are don't fit exactly with all the other 8 timelines. So like the best we can tell is we are in our own separate new different timeline for the new marathon game that's not the same as all the I think there are 2 actually that are undetermined right now that we could be in that like we don't have enough information on because they're ones where like they fast forwarded and they were like and in 300 years we killed the aliens woohoo, so like we could be in that one, but we don't know yet. So anyway,
Cool. And one of those timelines is Halo, right?
No, I think the Bungie verse is separate from all of that. Those exist in the Bungie verse, and Halo's
Hmm.
different from that, and so is Destiny because they're all the same, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's all I had for Marathon. Do you want to talk about Ghosts for a little bit? Give our give our retrospective on the 13-year-old game.
On a extinction mode that we played, and because we couldn't load into a multiplayer match because nobody's playing it on PC in 2026.
Imagine that nobody's playing a 13-year-old COD. Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, how about you go first?
yeah.
Let's have you go first.
So
How did you
we
feel about Extinction?
we played through all of Extinction on stream after the last pod for some context. Um, wow. I thought it was okay. So I remembered I was like how old was I in 2013? I was 11. I was 11 years old. I was just a little guy. And I never I remember playing the first bit of that first map and like thinking that it wasn't zombies, so I didn't like it. And like that's it. I don't remember ever touching Extinction ever again. Never heard about it, never talked about it, nobody ever played it. Um I remember a little bit of everyone like hating it and that it wasn't zombies. And like that's it. That's my entire memory of Extinction. So I think going into it, I had like really, really low expectations, and it was way better than I thought. It was like very linear. There was like something to do instead of like zombies, where you're like not really doing anything. I was kind of amazed at like the depth of the game, the attachments, the classes, how deep the classes went. The whole tooth system was like very hardcore and grindy and very end game. It has like a lot of replayability. The enemies were like not nearly as bad as I remembered them. So I think I was pleasantly surprised, and I thought it was way better than like what I was expecting. And then especially that last map, I thought was like really good. I think I just enjoyed playing on the last map, and then the story of Extinction I thought was like really thought out, and a lot of love and effort was put into that, which was really cool to see from Call of Duty because we haven't had that for the last 13 years. So.
Yeah. I think that you summed it up pretty well. I'm gonna start everything by saying the one line. What it was like either you or Zach said it was somebody cared when they made it, and you can tell by going through the cinematics, especially, and just like the story and like all the intel drops and everything. I found myself map 2 on like trying to look for every single intel item while you guys were sitting there killing everything at the objective. I would like go to all the corners and like look around to see if I could find all the pieces because I wanted to know more about it. Um, I was 20 when that game came out and the Xbox One and first launched, and Ghost sits in this weird spot where it's like one of my favorite Call of Duties I've ever played, and I loved Extinction even back then, almost more because like I don't know if I think it was like did it come before or after Black Ops 2?
After the year after.
Yeah, so like Black Ops 2 is hard to like follow up because like I think that's the best zombies experience personally. I didn't really care for 3 that much. I know that you love 3 and a lot of people love 3
I don't know if I'd
zombies.
say I love it, but
2 was my favorite just for all the hidden Easter eggs and stuff. I spent like an entire summer playing that. Extinction was like a great follow up to that with like a lot more depth and just like a different way of playing, and I like that. I know that it was not received well, but I personally found myself playing through. I bet my Xbox account has like way more teeth unlocks because I remember like going down the list. I was like, I used to have that and that and that and that, and I was like, I played a lot of Extinction, didn't I? Um, it was easier than I remember it being back then, and I think that's because all 3 of us knew what we were doing, and like, uh, I. I remember it being way harder. I remember the arc attachments and like only one person would ever get them, and we consistently got them all, and the gameplay all the way through was great. I think my favorite map was the second map, the snow map. I
yeah.
love the boss fight. I love the entire look and feel of that map, and I think that like going from outside into the lab and then back outside for like the boss fight, I just think that that was just like really well done. I just really enjoyed that piece of it. um but yeah, it like hit the nostalgia chord for sure. That we played through that. I was just blown away at just how fun it was. It's been a while since I played a game where like I sat down and I like needed to finish it in this sitting because it was just so fun to hang out and do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad we did it. I'm definitely glad that we did it because I didn't get to do a lot of that stuff when I was a kid. I just like missed out on it. I was either too young or we weren't allowed to play video games. So that was a lot of fun to play through that. So, and it's really fun to hear from you about it, like during the time and how everything was, you know?
Yeah, well, I didn't have friends that like Ghosts. I was like literally out of like my whole friend group, I was the only one playing at that point. And so Extinction, I strictly got the first 3 maps done with random lobbies. And I didn't stick with anyone that I finished those maps with. It was
But
just
that was
like,
brutal.
oh, so many hours on the first room, and everyone would get wiped and then go back to the lobby. So it was very reminiscent. I remember the 4th map. We like died at like 5-10 minutes in, and we were just like, that didn't really count, because like the purple rhino, the phantom rhinos came out of nowhere, and we just like all got wiped instantly. That was like that for like an hour before you get like a real run. And so it was just like fighting through matchmaking was like half the battle versus strategy. Okay, we messed up once, and then we'd execute the next time, and it was done. And we're like, okay, that was it. I was like, all right, this is nice. So that's where I feel like it's like way easier because all of us were semi-competent and could aim. So it just made the experience way more enjoyable.
Yeah, that's awesome. I am super glad that we did it. That was good stuff. So I think
Thanks
that's
for letting me join. That was a good time.
we fulfilled your childhood dreams.
Yeah, I'd only beaten the first 3 maps. The other 2 I'd played, but I never beat them. And so I was just like, we rolled through map 4 and we were going into 5, and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna finish this in like an hour. This is crazy.
Yeah, I was kind of amazed at how fast it was. I had the same feeling after I played Reach, like the campaign the first time. I was like, wow, it's kind of quick. Like that was really good, and like it's done. Like I'm not, like there's not more. I wish there was more. But
That's how you know it's a good game.
yeah, that's true. Anything else on the ghost topic that you want to say?
It's bullshit. They took the honey badger out of Extinction.
Yeah, I never
So
even got to use it, so I feel pretty cheesed on that one too.
Yeah.
Not cool.
And you can't like go into a multiplayer lobby because there's no one playing it. If there was one remake that I would go back and play, I probably would play Ghost multiplayer. If they redid that, I would pay for it.
And the way Call of Duty's looking now, you might get your wish. They've already remade all the Modern Warfare, so I don't even know what's next.
Has to be Ghost, right? Play Extinction. Redo that 4K.
They should go back and remaster the first 3 Call of Duties. We can get some World War II games again.
Yeah, why haven't they done like the OG ones? Because I remember, oh man, Call of Duty 3 was like the first one I ever played. And that was all story based. I don't think there was that much multiplayer in it. I think there was, but that wasn't the focus. It was the campaign was the sell point.
Yeah.
Multiplayer didn't stick out until after 4.
I think they're scared to remake those because like they kind of tried with World War II and man, what was that, like 2022? And like it was a huge flop. Like a huge flop. But I think they're scared to go back and do anything with the older CODs because people did not like them.
I loved it. It was just like the whole behind enemy lines vibe with 3, I remember. That's still a compelling story. There's still story like Chris Nolan and Dunkirk. Like there's still so many like war stories. I feel like if you did it right and you took the time to like actually remake it in a way that's meaningful now, it'd be still an interesting way to play.
The key words there were remake it in a meaningful way, and then we're talking about Activision, so that'll probably never happen.
Yeah. Fair point. Someone's gotta care.
Yeah, and none of those people are left. I don't think, not over there.
No.
They left a long time ago.
They made their money with 4. They're good. They're probably sitting on some beach somewhere, just hanging out, watching their stocks go up.
I hope so. I hope that's what they went on to do with their lives. I hope that it didn't all just crash and burn.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I think that's it. That's all I had written down.
Okay.
So what give us what's the portfolio for content this week? What can we expect for YouTube Shorts? More Overwatch? You said you're working on the
Yeah.
Call of Duty Ghost stuff. When can we expect that to be out?
I think I'm gonna try and see how long it takes to edit my first video. If it takes like a reasonable amount of time, I'll probably do 2 a week since I have like 6 cuts from like all of our attempts. So if I could do 2 a week, that's 3 weeks of just longer videos, like 10 plus. I'll probably do some shorts just to like kind of have it all lined up at the same time. But most of my shorts are just me hanging out with my friends in Discord in the afternoons. So it'll probably, most of my friends play Overwatch. I play some Arc Raiders. I did play all, I still need to go finish Path of Exiles 2 League, but when I get home, I just like don't want to play it. It's a lot more solo gameplay than I thought it was going to be, and it was really engaging and fun. But all my friends in that league did the hardcore league, and I was just like, I don't have the time, and I don't really know if I want to do that. So that's how I knew I was kind of like done with it. I could see myself doing every other league, but for right now, I'd say Overwatch and Arc Raiders. Maybe some Rocket League clips. I've been playing that a little bit more.
What about, are we going to get any like OG marathon YouTube shorts, or are we just going to play through that on our own time?
I don't
Not
know
worry
if I'll
about it.
short that, but I definitely will have upload. I'm gonna upload it as a let's play. I think I'm gonna cut that up. So I'll probably stream it live and then cut it up, kind of like the Extinction gameplay. So as far as like longer form content, Extinction will go up on its own because I already have the stream done. I'll do shorts at the same time, and then I'll probably play through Marathon.
When do you think you're
And
going
I'll
to
probably,
start the playthrough for marathon? Soon? Or not?
I mean, yeah, we're in February
You've got
starting this next week,
36
so
days.
yeah.
36.
I would say my goal would be to have all of Marathon done before the second week of February. That way I
Wow.
could like edit, upload, and then actually like process all the lore I received and then just get excited for Marathon. Because if you think State of Play February, March 5th is launched, like you need the first few weeks to like really digest everything and actually like take your time with it. Yeah, I would say that that makes sense.
Is it a solo adventure in marathon, or can I come be a security officer with you, killing all of the four?
I think I want to do that solo.
Oh man.
I think I want to do it solo.
It's probably a better experience solo anyway, so.
Yeah, I see a lot of clips. When I was like looking at basic info, I always saw solo clips of people just kind of doing it on their own. So I think that that would be a fun try.
It
Plus,
wasn't
it's like
intended.
super old.
Yeah, it wasn't intended to be multiplayer, so.
Yeah, I would be inclined to play it solo. Did you know that Steam has the OG manual
Yeah.
on their page? I went through that. It's cool.
Yeah, the first one is really cool. The third one's the most important because it has its own timeline. But yeah, all of the manuals are really cool.
Wait.
That whole time is like when manuals were still super cool. You know that like
yes, like late 90s.
Metal Gear Solid, like their third boss or whatever, you have to like flip the game cover over and like type a code in to beat him in game. They're like super interactive with like the game covers, and Marathon was the same way. So in Marathon 1, it has the Preceptor story before the first mission. And then Marathon 2, it has a bunch of little lore bits. And then Marathon 3 has an entire separate timeline that happens in the manual before the game starts.
That's crazy. Okay. So maybe I'll make the like reading the manual part of the playthroughs too.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. Both of them are a very important part, especially the first one. So yeah, definitely make sure you read through that and then like comprehend everything that's happening.
Yeah, good luck. That's the thing is like I when I start doing like longer streams of trying to get through stuff, my eyes start glazing over all the writing. And I'll just like skim it and like kind of just like, okay.
Oh, so you can't do that with the marathon stuff. It's so tense.
I can feel it. I can feel that I'm just gonna have to like really pay attention and just take my time with it.
I had a really hard time getting through the first one. So like I went through and I played through Star Wars Dark Forces. You ever play that? It's like super old. It's basically Marathon, but like the Star Wars version, and you play as.
Let me see if I have it.
You play as like a rebel and you like steal the Death Star plans. It's like the story of Rogue One before they rewrote that. But
Oh wow, yeah, I have it. I have it in my library. I've never played it,
I went through
and
and
I
I
have Dark Forces 2. Oh my god, the polygons are hilarious.
yeah. So I went through and I played that on stream last year, and it took me so long to get through because I'd play like 2 hours, and then I'd like start to get a headache just from like the graphics and like the flashing, because like they're not very
Yeah,
user friendly because they're so old, and like I had to
no,
take so many breaks. And Marathon was the same way. I was able to muscle through most of the first one, and then the second one is a lot better, and then the third one is like basically just Halo 1. So they're like pretty playable, but the first one, like I had to take a lot of breaks because I got so many headaches trying to play through that.
yeah. I'm looking through my Star Wars catalog now. The one that's like a throwback that I wish would work. I know it didn't work on my old computer. I wonder if I could figure it out now. Was the Episode 1 Racer, because they're coming out with that new Star Wars racing game. But this one was like strictly pod racing on different planets. It was on the Nintendo 64, and they have it on Steam. Episode 1 Racer. That's a good one.
Interesting.
Yeah, that one. I see that. I've seen the gameplay on it. I'm like, man, that reminds me of high school.
We're
Just
gonna
like
have to,
playing through these.
we're gonna have to do a whole podcast where you tell us about all your Star Wars games. We'll have to do
Oh
a
God.
walkthrough.
I did. I bought the Steam bundle because it was on discount. Because like every May the 4th, they always have a huge sale on it. The only thing I don't have is like all the Lego Star Wars games.
Why not? Just not good enough, or what?
They still charge full price for
Yep.
most of those because it's Lego as
Yeah.
well as Star Wars, so it's like more like quote unquote premium content. So it's like I just condensed it into. I bought like the whole, what is it, the Saga one? Where is it?
You play all the Lego Star Wars when you were a kid, like on Xbox and stuff,
I would go to
or
friends' houses and play. I played through one of them. It was the whatever one has episode 1. I played through that one. I don't even remember. There's so many out now.
yeah. We played through like the first Lego Star Wars until we got to the Death Star, and then because we were all like 7 years old, we like couldn't beat it. And that's what I remember about Lego Star Wars was it was impossible. Lego Star Wars was impossible, and we could not beat it, so we gave up.
I mean, it was impossible back then. Are you kidding me?
But all right. Well, I think that's it for this one.
Cool.
And we'll be back. Well, I get just again sometime next week.
Yeah.
There will be so much more marathon stuff to talk about because they just drop something every single day. And then I'm assuming we'll have something about State of Play before next week sometime. Like we'll have a date at least for it. There'll just be so much. So
I'll make sure that I get recording so I can stay up to date on all the videos so we can talk about everything.
yeah,
Because I know the one today, I was like, nope, not awake yet.
the Arachne short from today is amazing. That's so
Cool.
good. But,
Well, that Arachne takeover in their Discord, like
that was fun. that was
crazy.
awesome.
I still can't figure out how to get my color back.
I'm not sure you can. I think you're an OG Death Cult worshiper, and you have to stay as one. It's like if you want out, you like there is no out. It's like a die sort of a deal.
I think there's a way to get out, but it's like a part of the ARG, and so you have to like do a bunch of bot stuff.
Oh, it
which you
might
can only
be.
pay attention. So it's just like I want to change it just to like go through it and like experience it. If I could figure it out, just spending some time in that Discord, I'll talk about it next time. But I was just like, I don't want to be red. Get me out of here.
We're gonna come back next week and Dubstash be like, I figured out the whole story. I did the whole ARG. I know what's going on.
I deep dove. I played all 3 marathon games and I did the ARG in Discord. I figured it out, guys. It's gonna be insane. We are so back.
We are so back. Durandal is void. Okay, here's my proof. I figured it out. This is the Easter egg you missed.
Oh my god. It's gonna be start having thumbnails like
kill me. All right. Well, That's it for this one, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye guys.